Hello everybody, my name is Harhi and welcome back to Monster Prom's second turn. We are in week 3 after a rocky first 2 weeks. But hey, it's always got to be a slow start, right? You know? Anyways, let's go ahead and go to the library and raise our money. That sounds like a good idea. That day you spend some time on the library's PCs managing your start kicker. You deceive lots of people with a sentimentalist video and impossible promises. Nice. You gain plus 100,000 money, but also almost everything goes to cover costs and you keep only plus 2. Darn. So I was playing FOF. Ooh, I was playing FOF. I'm Joey and I was playing FOF. I hope that stands for fuck off faker, because that's what you are. You're a faker. Okay, Mr. Send Nudes. What? How do you figure, Leonard? I was just trying to tell Harhi how much fun I was having. Being a fake gamer girl? Because if you were a real gamer girl, you wouldn't need to talk about how fun games are. You would just be playing them. A real fan doesn't go around shoving their fanness in other people's faces. That's just what girls do because they're just doing it for attention. Yikes. Leonard, literally all you do is try to prove that you're a real fan. You're the one who interrupted this perfectly normal conversation. Fake conversation. Leonard. Fake Leonard. No, wait, real Leonard. Girls are the fake ones. So are you saying there are no real gamer girls? I thought I had met one once. She wasn't like all the other girls. Right up until she was, when the bitch friend-zoned me and went and dated some asshole, Chad Copper. As in Chupacabra. It's Chad Copper. Wait. How did that have anything to do with her interest in gaming? Poor Zoe, she's new enough to this whole being a high school girl thing that she has no idea that there is no reasoning with the Leonards of the world. If you're a Leonard, you know it, and you need to stop. It's time to stop. Not to be a white knight or anything, but you really should step in and find a way to distract the Leonard so you and Zoe can discuss absolutely gender-neutral topics like gaming and peace. Distract Leonard by finally creating the perfect real gamer girl profile on Twitter. Tell Leonard that you heard someone saying there's no wrong way to play video games. This feels like charm. I don't know what this is. This feels like charm. Creative. Well, thank God I got it. Fuck. Pull out your phone and quickly create a Twitter profile of the first ever legitimate gamer girl. And that, Zoe, is why you're a stupid faker attention whore who... Oh wait, someone's just followed me on Twitter and I must vet them immediately. Real gamer girl 42069. Oh sure, you're a real gamer girl. I'll be the judge of that. I'm a real gamer girl, not like all those other fake gamer girls. Most girls only play games for male attention. Well, that's true. Likes, having things explained to me at great length by nice guys, regardless of the depth of my own knowledge and experience on the subject. Finally, someone who appreciates a true gentleman. Dislikes criticism of the patriarchy, coming up with rebuttals rather than immediately agreeing with anyone pointing out my flaws. Now this is a true gamer girl. Excuse me, milady, but I must go to explain to her own beliefs back to her. She says she's into that sort of thing. Wow. Anyway, I was playing FOF the other day. Zoe gets to finish her story uninterrupted, and you get to learn about her passions and interests. What a delightful way to gain plus 2 charm and plus 1 fun. I like it. Interdimensional space prince. Hello. Let's go ahead and sit with our good girl Zoe, because there's no reason to talk to anyone else. You sit down with Scott and Zoe just as Zoe cracks open the Tupperware. No, it's not Tupperware. It's Tupper. She brought for lunch. You're not sure what's inside, but it sounds like it's screaming. Oh, whoa, Zoe, what are you eating? Is it pizza? I love pizza. No, Scott, it's not pizza. I'm on a special diet where I only eat Sanity. Oh, Sanity, I bet that's chock full of protein. Not really. It's mostly chock full of horror. Pretty fresh, though, but that's a lot messier. Wait, it's better. No, it's better fresh, but that's a lot messier. So when I come to school, I pack leftovers in this Tupperware instead. So smart. What does sanity taste like? Well, you know when you're sucking the marrow out of the ethereal bone fragments harvested from the carcass of a rival deity you've slain? I don't think I've ever eaten a rival deity. Do I have a rival deity? Is it fireworks? I hate fireworks. No. Let's see. Have you ever drunk a child's tears filtered through its mother's severed scalp? While an orchestra plays a tuneless melody on instruments of flesh? I've had pizza. Is that close? Not really. It's more like cashews. Cashews and shrimp. Alright. I guess that's okay. Oh, cool. I knew it was a high in protein. Can I try some? Can I? Well, it's not really for mortals, but Scott looks so excited. You've got to figure out a way to resolve this situation. Scott, sanity... Wait. What if Scott uses this crazy straw? Scott, sanity is extremely high in cholesterol. Why don't you just eat some cashews and shrimp smothered in this malignant insanity hot sauce I brought? That sounds like a good one. Yes. Oh no, cholesterol, the original C word. Also, eating sanity would cause your brain to invert, mutilating it like a thumbless chimpanzee angrily peeling an orange. Oh man. That sounds sort of bad too, but what I'm really worried about are my arteries. Cashew me, bro. You happily oblige. One cashew, shrimp, and weaponized hot sauce cocktail coming right up. Oh wow, this food looks like a tiny crime scene. Down to the hatch. That's a lot of hot sauce, Scott. Are you sure your mortal mouth can... My mouth exploded. It caught on fire and exploded. No more mouth for Scott. No, Scott, I can still see your mouth. But I can't see my mouth. And whose mouth is it supposed to be? Mine? So if I can't see it, it's not real. Okay, dude. Sorry, can't talk. My mouth exploded, so I don't have a mouth anymore. Scott sits quietly for the rest of the lunch period, growing progressively redder and sweatier while you enjoy a nice time with Zoe. Nice. Ooh, evening time. Sure. Let's go ahead and go to classroom and raise some smart. A day you listen to your elders and learn valuable lessons. Sometimes, after all the monster nonsense and the dating gimmicks, you forget that attending class is supposed to be the primary activity at this high school. You gain +2 smarts. Very cool. Zoe looks particularly perplexed, and you're perplexed as to why you would have paid good plus money for a DLC if not to date Zoe, so you decide to butt in. Oh hey Harhi, Mr. Loch Ness Monster wants me to embrace my heritage by driving someone insane for this practical excitement. But I've just done that for so many millennia as a full-out, no-marking Eldritch horror, I don't know how to find my way back to it as a high school girl. It's like when you listen to your favorite song from middle school years later, only realize that now you only ever drive people insane when you're hungry and want to feed on their minds. Okay. Ah yes, followed for more relatable content, I'm sure. There's all the classic stuff, of course, I could. Boil and freeze their blood alternately until it flows no more, or maybe cause each skin cell to grow conscious and fight about politics until they destroy each other, leaving only muscles and bones free to the elements, free to an uncaring god above. But that's Zagord, you know? That's not Zoe. How would Zoe drive someone insane? Bring the poor soul on a journey through deviant art's most deviant and art depths. That would probably be creativity, which looks like to be my no, that's my second least. Okay. Force the poor soul to join your club's 10-hour meeting to discuss the hidden meaning of the series. Ooh, that sounds smart or charm, which is both better than creativity, so I'm gonna do that. Nice. Oh man, yes, my club drives everyone insane. I mean, come along, Hardy, for a very normal and reasonable time that will be normal and reasonable. You follow Zoe to her fan club, and the madness begins. Obviously, if you look at HEOE, the original series, the sequel, and the manga, it becomes very clear that there are some differences that can only be explained by the fact that the timeline is constantly repeating itself. Zoe launches into a deep explanation of this theory with a slideshow for every aforementioned media. By the end of the hour 1, you're starting to feel very informed. By the end of hour 2, you're starting to feel drained. By hour 3, it's hour 5. Or is it back to hour 1? Time is starting to lose all meaning. By hour 10 million, your bones are too long and your mind is filled not with thoughts, but with the buzzing of flies. By hour 0, the timeline is constantly repeating itself just as Zoe says. Hey, Haruhi, snap out of it. We did it. Your eyes were rolling in the back of your head and your mouth was foaming and you're speaking in the tongue of the beast. It was fantastic. We both got full marks. Thank you for helping me, even though it looked severely mentally, emotionally, and perhaps physically painful to you. Psh, nothing is too mentally, emotionally, and physically painful to get to prom. Otherwise, you wouldn't be playing this game. Exactly. The game of love, obviously. But you are, so take +2 charm and +1 creativity. Nice. Okay. I need to raise boldness. Oh, no, that's a cat, girl. I'm going to raise my creativity. That day, while rehearsing for the class play, you can't help but feel that you're not as good as the role required you to be. It doesn't seem to be any ordinary way of getting yourself there, but there might be an extraordinary way. You summon the demon, one of many, and devils, and make a deal to enhance your creativity just a bit. You gain +2 creativity. You also lose +3 years of life as your end of the deal, but who cares? They weren't happening in game anyway. You're rehearsing for the cult and I, and are super psyched for your big number. Shall we dance in worship of the unholy lords? But you can tell Zoe isn't really feeling it. Sorry, Haruhi. I was just really want to get this right, you know? I mean, plays are just the fan fiction of the theater. Sure. I just don't know how to get into the mind of a cultist. Well, actually, I used to literally get into the minds of cultists all the time, but that was because back then I ate their minds and fed off their insanity. And that doesn't mean I get to know and understand them, it just means they were delicious snacks. Always been the cultee, never the cultist. Plus, some of that was like millennia ago. I'm sure cults have evolved since then. You know what? Screw it. If I'm ever going to win an Entre Roulette Pixie Award or Trolley, I'm needing to go full method. What's the best way to simulate an actual cultist experience? Join in on the modern, less murdery, more culturally acceptable version of a cult. Grossfit. Supposed to be CrossFit. Nice. Start playing this free-to-play, pay-to-win mobile game at which you can only succeed by playing 12 hours a day, tricking all your friends into joining, or sacrificing a goat. So I'm assuming... Ooh, this one's hard. I don't know what either of these are. So actually, I think this bottom one's fun. Because it has to do with a game. Join in on the modern list. Is this bold? Gross fit. It might be bold. Which case is my lowest? Let's go with this. Fun. Okay, good. Oh, I've seen games like this before. It's great because they say free to play and then they totally are. And there are no strings or negative consequences at all, right? Right. You give Zoe and her new game some time to get acquainted, and the next time you see her, Haruhi, thank you so much for introducing me to Human Veil. It is the best game ever, and I finally feel free. from freedom. It's like I'm starting to schedule every minute of every day around making sure my humans are well cared for and tapping their houses to collect human dollars to spend at the human store. I can already feel myself starting to lose friends. My concept of time has been completely eroded. They have all my financial information and my funds are being depleted by the minute. It's consumed my thoughts, my time, and my savings. Finally, I understand the true joys of being in a cult. No wonder so many people over the millennia gave themselves over to the cult of Zagord. Being mentally enslaved is the only way to not be a slave. To not being enslaved? Cults forever. Nice. Sure, that made sense. Whatever. If it's always happy, you're happy. I'm going to completely nail this role in the cult and I, and probably go on to star in a cultist line, Cultist on the Roof, and Spring Awakening. You wonder if that joke about the enthusiasm of the Spring Awakening fandom is going to be too niche, but fuck it. There have been way more obscure references, and theater nerds are people too. You and Zoe have a very romantic time rehearsing for the play, and you gain +2 charm and +1 creativity to boot. If only she could look up from Human Veil for more than a few moments at a time. Darn. Who am I gonna sit with?
Sure.
Okay. I've been sitting with her a lot. But I want to talk to this guy because I like doing his voice. You're just about to take a bite of your sandwich when some douchebag rips a hole into the fabric of reality. It is I, the interdimensional prince. I have searched far and wide for a hero capable of solving the most fiendish riddle for me. The riddle of how get my TV to switch from HDMI 1 to HDMI 2. I've tried everything short of actually using the remote control. You hear a deep sigh. You heave a deep sigh. Accompany the prince to his dimension where you solve his problem by using the remote control. You truly are both wise and generous. As a thank you, please allow me to teach you one of my kingdom's customary rituals. Perhaps laser communion might interest you, or reverse baptism, or eggs. The choice is yours. Fuck that, let's make up our own ritual. How about the ritual where you give me a pile of money and go away? Let's make up one. Ah, we have a ritual for this. The ritual of making up rituals. It's why we have so many dumb and bad rituals. First, we get incredibly high on interdimensional weed. Then we pretty much do whatever we want, and then make it illegal for people not to do that thing once a year. Sounds good to you. The guy gets ripped and invent a... you guys get ripped and invent a holiday called Shrimp Christmas. It's Christmas, but everyone just gets stockings full of shrimp delivered by a giant shrimp. I love it. It becomes so popular that it leaks over into your dimension where it replaces actual Christmas. You gain +4 creativity. Nice. Week 4 evening, let's see it. Sure. Okay, she's at the auditorium, which is fine by me, because I think I need some boldness. That day, you skip class and just hang out in the bathroom because you respect no authority, but you don't stop there. You want the world to know how reckless you are for the rest of eternity. So you do some graffiti on the wall. No way. Your graffiti says, I'm bold as fuck. And you know what? It turns out the wall is a magical wall that grants wishes. Yeah, what a wall. A deep voice resounds from within the wall and says, well, not bold as fuck, but maybe a bit bold. And then you gain +2 boldness. Oh boy, that's an opinionated wall. Anyway, lucky you. Everyone's favorite Eldritch cutie, Patootie, runs up to you, tentacles twitching with excitement. Ooh. Haruhi, did you hear? Did you hear? Netflix is rebooting senior regular samurai frogs? Okay. Is that supposed to be Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles? Yeah, I think so. I'm so excited, like, OMG. OMG is right. Oh, miserable gods of TV. Why do you keep doing this to us? They're going to ruin SRSF for the next generation. It's like when the SJWs hijacked Human Hunters and they made that all-female reboot, and now young monsters will grow up watching that and never know true happiness. Netflix already ruined Skater Cats from Venus and Ghetto Dolphins. Now they're going to ruin the frogs too. I bet they're all going to be POC and women anyway. They probably won't even be frogs. I don't know that they are making them gay. I don't know that they are making them gay and women, but even if they were, aren't there gay and or female frogs? Ugh, you would say that, but aren't there? I'm so confused all the time, Leonard. Why are you like this? At that moment, a middle-aged man pops out from behind what you now notice is a cardboard cutout of a bush, clearly planted there for eavesdropping. While, hello there, representatives of our sweet, sweet target demographic, he says. I couldn't help but overhear you sucking in that word, encapsulating a generic argument about reboots, where indeed feared just about backlash from such backlash from you whippersnappers. Tell me, do any of you have ideas for how we can guarantee this reboot will be a success? I bet it would absolutely impress any classmate you wish to romance. Impressing classmates you wish to romance? Holy shit, that's like your whole thing. Plus you can't possibly let Leonard chime in, so... Well, people might criticize new graphic style, new characters, new voice actors, Wait, what if you just air the same show from 30 years ago, but with a new name? Oh, no. Add a hip new character to hook the target demo, like a surfer skater dog with a goatee and super cool sunglasses or something. So that's fun. This top one is smarts or creativity? Oh no, I don't know. Might criticize new graphic style, new wait. What if you just aired the same show from 30 years ago but with a new name? Is that creative? No, it's smart. I knew it. Fuck. That's such a brilliant idea. It's foolproof. People can't criticize all the new things if there are no new things. It's not like people are paying money for all the brilliant new insight and nuance we're adding. They're just shelling out money to relive their childhoods. Let's give them that exactly. Eagerly bounds a way to put your genius plan into action. Well, I guess it's better than letting them make the senior regular samurai frogs into ethnically diverse feminazis. Sure. Leonard aside, it's pretty cool that you're now an influencer of major animated series, Haruhi. It's like the ultimate achievement in fanfic writing. Oh look, they're already put up the first episode. Let's watch it right now. It'll be so great to see the frogs exactly as God intended, with no bullshit PC interference. Oh, wow. I definitely did not remember the animation being this choppy before. And this voice acting is pretty horrible. This is actually like super racist and sexist. Like, yikes. This is not age well. You would say that. That being said, it almost looks like some of these graphics are meant to give people seizures. Intentionally or not, Leonard is immediately sent into a seizure. So are lots of other people across Montropolis, apparently, and you lose 3 money in the subsequent lawsuit. Well, at least I didn't suffer from my stats, I guess. But anyways, that's the end of week 4, so... Of course, that's the end of the episode. Wherever you are, whether it's day, morning, or evening, I hope it's a good time, and I hope you stick around for any future videos. With that said, thank you for watching. My name is Haruhi, and I'll see you later. Goodbye.